Good Sunday morning, everybody. Welcome to Sunday with Spirit. For those joining for the first time, this is not a political poll, it's a spiritual poll. Every Sunday, a group of us get together and we jump up and down and play and sing on the web of creation. So what we think about, what we allow into our awareness, we create. And this time in our life, it is so hard to turn off a lot of the noise. Even if we do make a conscious effort, it still slips in. It's challenging. We have to reset. We have to reimagine and get back into that space. So today in my morning meditation, yes, and I'm still doing that. Some people say, are you still doing your 7:30 a.m. morning meditation and inviting a group in? And it's a psychic group. It's a circle. Whatever time zone you're in, you can join in and just send healing energy of the earth, of the sky, to the world. I imagine sending it to world leaders so they get to understand the importance of how life is all interconnected, and what they are doing reflects right back at them. Anyway, as I was in that morning meditation space, I heard a reset of psychic powers. And I thought of that and I go, reset your psychic powers. Wow. Okay. So is it like a little flip of a switch? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. There are certain things exercises that I've done in the past where you reset, where you go from one thing to another in your psychic awareness. And it's like a psychic muscle. And so we're resetting our psychic muscle. Maybe like we've been injured and we're not thinking clearly enough. We can't. We're limping along in our psychic process because we've been injured psychically. Certainly, I remember growing up and people telling me, you can't talk to your imaginary friends. People are going to think you're crazy. And now, people don't think I'm crazy anymore. There's a knowing. They've evolved into a knowing. All right. So I thought I would go, where is our consciousness going? If we reset our psychic muscle, where is our consciousness going? Where is our humanity going? Where is it moving towards? We have this time of great change right now. And so many of us are locked in fear. And certainly when I watch news, I get locked into that fear zone. And I have to reset my higher self to get out of it. So for those of you who have been here a while, please hit pause, grab your cards if you haven't already, and see if there's a specific personal message for you as you reset your psychic muscle. Retrain it. Go to the psychic gym. What would that look like? That would be kind of fun. Going to a psychic gym. And there's a lot of seminars and things to go to. And there's certainly psychic gyms where you really start working at it. So let's take a look at what we have here. these are the cards and that I got called to draw. I'll just leave it like that. So I've set them up again in the 4 directions. That's super powerful for me. East, south, west, north, Mother Earth, Father Sky. I don't know if that read there. Mother Earth, Father Sky. I need an interdimensional table. Wouldn't that be cool? Okay, so Return of Spirit for the north. Talisman Oracle for the east. The Herbal Astrology for the south, and the Healing Waters for the west. And then Mother Earth, Father Sky. The east, let's start off with the west, the Healing Waters. Oftentimes, when we are developing our psychic, going to psychic gym, we need to do some healing before we actually get on the machines to reset. So oftentimes we start off in a journey or a trance state. We start off with the healing waters. So what we got bonus 2 cards. Bonus. The Pink Dolphin. Celebrate fun, unbridled joy, and open heart. I don't know if you can see that. These cards are kind of hard to read here. And we've been talking about this before. What is it that we're lacking in our psychic toolkit a lot? It's the joy. We get caught up in the sensitivities of being an empath and feeling all of this stuff that is being pushed on us from the outside. So if we go back and reset ourselves and get back into joy and just feeling the joy of being in nature, for me, I had an arborist come out to look at our trees. In the back we have a bunch of oak trees, and this guy comes out and he goes, "Oh my gosh, your trees." And I go, "Yeah, I think they need to come down." And he goes, "You can't cut these trees down." He goes, "These trees are your sanctuary." I'm like, "Dude, how'd you know?" It was so crazy. We're all interconnected. His job is to remove trees, yet he said, "I can't do it. Let's see if we can get him back to some kind of better health." I was so appreciative. I was so high that he had said that. So, Pink Dolphin. And the second card we get, the Water Codes. Ancient wisdom, the intelligence is within you. Wow. So when we drop back into joy, when we drop back into this reset, then we find out we're not living in fear of going, "Oh my gosh, did you hear what he said? She said what my lineage DNA family has all this negative stuff." We go back into the ancient wisdom of who we are in the water. Water codes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That specifically resonated with me a lot. Okay, moving on. Let's go to the east. The east for me is a direction of the wind. The wind comes anywhere, but to me, that's what I'm seeing right now or feeling right now. And it's also of air and eagle and condor, male and female, magnificent flight birds, soaring, gliding, able to see so much, able to see from above, not being moved by the lumps and bumps of the earthly plane. And what we get here is, look at that. This is the Talisman Oracle. This is mindfulness. I haven't used these cards much. They're really pretty. A double set of wings, like that. And it feels to me that this card is, well, when you drop into mindfulness, it's a silence, it's a quiet, it's gliding on the thermals with eagle, with condor. And imagining gliding on the thermals. Slow circles, not just seeing how everything is connected and fits from above. I've been imagining that. I've been dropping into that energy, not so much in intention, but just dropping in and going, oh my gosh, I want to be that soaring state when I see hawks soaring, as long as they're not being chased by crows, or the turkey vultures. Yeah. Okay. Just soaring. Let's go to the south. The south is a place of sun. It is a place of strength, of power. And you can associate power animals with these directions. For me, I think of jaguar. And I know some people think that jaguar is of the West, but I think whale is of the West. I think bear is of the West. Healing Pacific waters. Not just Pacific, but that's where I am, on the Pacific coast. So the power of midday, when we're in the middle of our work day, when we're in our 3D mode, as much as we, probably the strongest 3D mode. And we get rhodiola. And again, another deck that I don't work with that much. And not to shit on myself, but I should be working with this deck a lot more. And it is all about enchantment. The wonder of the 3D world. Just imagine being with unicorn. That everything's interconnected, that everything is magical. The hidden folk, the elementals. Resetting. Working our psychic muscle. Make sure that we play in enchantment, in wonder, in dreams. Return of spirit. This is the north. This is where I find white buffalo calf woman. This is where hummingbird goes to. And I was listening to a shaman who was saying that the hummingbird drinks only the nectar from the sweetest flowers. And immediately I thought, how do you know? No. Well, I did, but that was probably the wrong thing to think about at that time. So, the hummingbird he puts up in the north, and it's so amazing. What amazing flight. And here it is of the winter in the north. And I think of white buffalo calf woman bringing in the sacred. And this shaman brings in the sweetness of the flower and taste that and bring that in along with the sacred pipe. So I blend things together a lot. And as we see what this, innocence. Innocence. As we, wow. So I'm getting flooded with a lot of different images, messages of innocence and what that is. The first thing I thought of is going back to the Garden of Eden, where everything was innocent. The innocence of a child being able to talk to your imaginary friends. And nobody would say you were crazy. They would just say, oh, he's young. He's innocent. He'll know better in the future. And in the future, now I do know better. To listen to my imaginary friends, who are my guides and angels. The simplicity that we had of innocence. Not complicating things too much. Not seeing the world other than in it through an innocent lens. And it was often through enchantment. It was often through just unbridled joy. I didn't think in the innocent age of my younger self that I thought that everything was interconnected. But I did have that quiet time of mindfulness where my imagination would just go. But it still felt busy in my imagination. Okay, moving on. The Prism Oracle, Father Sky. Let's do Father Sky. Intuition. Innocence, intuition, mindfulness, enchantment. The ancient wisdom of the intelligence within us. We are working our psychic muscle. We are resetting it from maybe some damage that has taken place over the course of our lifetimes. And it drops us right back into trusting our intuition. That's what the Sky Nation, or Sky Father, wants us to remember. Now the Sacred Earth Oracle, when I pulled this, we got bonus cards. We got 3 of them. Expectation. As we reset our psychic abilities, as we work our psychic muscle, as we heal it, what's our expectation? Drop it all around here. Innocence, mindfulness, enchantment, joy, ancient wisdom. I love this card too. This is the cover of the guidebook. It's just beautiful. Ancient wisdom. Expectation. Sorry. Ancient wisdom. Where did I get that? Right there. All right. The next card we get from Mother Earth. We get dependability. We can count on Mother Earth to be there, to always be there. We're going to be gone way longer than Mother Earth. Mother Earth is going to stick around. Dependability. And the last card that Mother Earth wants to share with us is fragments. And when I pull this, I immediately thought of each one of us dancing on the web of creation. How are we dancing? With unbridled joy? In enchantment? In innocence? Are we paying attention that we are all connected? What's the expectation as we are jumping up and down, as we are singing and dancing? And what is our intuition sharing? Where is our consciousness moving towards? Where is humanity moving towards? And how can we, on this web of creation, keep it on the right path? Keep our muscles, our psychic muscles, tuned up. And what is the right path? That's a whole nother thing. It's not what somebody else says, and it's not us telling somebody else what the right path is. It's for the inner exploration of our intuition. All right, I think I'm done. Well, I think I'm just starting. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for joining in on this circle, this Sunday with Spirit circle. Appreciate you all. Peace and love. Peace and love.